Masterminds Business Academy, and it is an amazing day. And today I wanted to talk to you about your attitude, because your attitude really does determine your altitude in life, is what I've found. I had this quote on my little quote finder for today. You can't just sit there and wait for people to give you your golden dream. You've got to go out there and make it happen yourself. Your attitude, is your attitude everybody's supposed to hand you everything? Is your attitude that you get started and it's just supposed to work and you don't have to do anything? What is your attitude? Do you have a positive attitude or do you have a negative attitude? Maybe you need to adjust your attitude and it will adjust your life. I remember when I was a lot younger, I was 2 or 3, when I was a young mother in Missouri, and I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, and I wanted to live in a comfortable house and just drive a car, right? And that's exactly what I got out of life. Exactly what I wanted is what I've always gotten. So I was living paycheck to paycheck with my husband. I remember times when you couldn't even afford diapers for the kiddos. We had 3 little ones that were 1, 2, and 3, and all of them were in diapers because I had none that were potty trained at the age of 2 or anything like that. So my little ones ran around the house sometimes, and it was pretty expensive having 3 diapers. And sometimes I wondered, how are we going to feed these kids? What are we going to do? So we had to adjust our attitudes. So Max and I actually made our shoulds become a must. The interesting thing in life is a lot of people think, oh, I should make more money. I should get a better house. I should make those sales phone calls. I should start a business. I should go and do this. I should get caught up on that. I should. And they'll should all over themselves. Your attitude needs to be a must. This must happen. This is going to happen no matter what. You can do what you want to do, and you get exactly what you want out of life and what you expect from life. That's what life provides you with. The biggest myth in everyone's mind is they think that they're going to be happy when they have no problems. Well, it's not really how it works. No matter what, no matter if you're living on this earth in Siberia or you're living in Waco, Texas, you're going to have problems. You're going to have issues. Lots of people think they can only get happiness when they have none of those. And no matter what, while you're breathing, you've got issues that pop up, but you have to just deal with them and move on and be happy with your life. You have things to be happy about all the time. What can you be grateful for in your life today? I'm grateful for the most amazing husband in the world, the 3 greatest children. They're so amazing. I'm grateful to have a best friend that is, even though there's oceans between us right now, if I needed her, I could pick up the phone and call. I love that I have a team at home office and a team of franchisees that are so amazing and have the best attitudes. I want to be around them. I've just got this amazing life, but it's the amazing life that I created. Do I still have problems? Yeah, the more money you make, the more problems you have. But I deal with them and I move on. And I know my success depends on me. Nobody else is going to hand it to me on a silver platter. I wasn't born with a silver or golden spoon in my mouth. I've had to work my way up. Just 12 short years ago, I was a stay-at-home mom in Walker, Missouri, a teeny tiny little bitty town with a town of 300 people. And I wanted a better life. My husband wanted a better life. So we moved away from there and we started a new life. Didn't mean that we walked away from all of our friends and family members, but we moved our family to a place that had something more to offer. I started as a part-time, or I started at part-time at an ice cream store. I worked my way up to manager within 6 months, but then I decided I wanted to do something different and be closer to my kids because I'd always been a stay-at-home mom and they were all in school now. So I became a paraprofessional at a local school. And even though that job stunk, I mean, it was the hardest job I've ever done in the world. It was seriously a paycheck of the heart. I kept doing it and I had a good attitude. If I didn't like something the way it was being run in the classroom, I changed it. I did something better. I made the classes fun. We went on field trips all the time. I took these kids to experience things they'd never experienced before. And that's when I started dropping weight. I used to weigh over 300 pounds, and every day we would go on walks twice a day in the morning and afternoon to keep these kiddos active. So I was changing their lives, but in part, I was changing my life too. You can do what you want in the world. You just have to ask for it. So my question to you also is what are you saying to yourself? When I was a paraprofessional, I wanted to be the best paraprofessional there was. I thought at the time I wanted to become a teacher. But I can't handle kids, so that really wasn't the job for me. So thank God I changed courses. But I did love the kiddos I was working with. So I said to myself, I want something more, but I don't want to go back to college. So I became a service coordinator. It's kind of like a social worker, but I didn't have a master's degree. And a service coordinator. And I started working with kiddos with autism and intellectual disabilities. I actually worked with kiddos from the age of 2 years old all the way up to, I had a lady that was 80 plus years old that I worked with. And I knew I could do something more. So I got this position at a local MHMR authority, and I was a service coordinator. I love that, and I did it for many years, for 6 or 7, 8 years, and I wanted to be the best of the best, so I became the best of the best. I remember when I got started at that local authority that my supervisor took me to the side and said, Christy, you're not going to make a difference in these people's lives. You're not. You can't change their world. You can't change the way they live. You can't change that they have intellectual disabilities. You can't change anything. And I didn't want to change their lives. I just wanted to make their lives better. And I knew that I could do that through the power of positive attitude. So I started working with these people, and I fell in love with the position. And I kept saying to myself, yes, I can make a difference. Yes, I will make a difference. And I became one of the top service coordinators in the state, traveling the state, teaching other service coordinators how to be outstanding service coordinators and let these individuals live the life of their dreams. I truly believe that every person in the world can do something productive and have a job, because that's what makes most of us really happy, is when we're productive and helping others. So I even believe that somebody that was a vegetable could provide employment for somebody. I believe that everyone has a purpose in life. I believe there is so much more that everyone has to offer. And then one day, my husband and I decided to start this little business. It was a handyman and household business called Sometimes Spouse. And when we started this business called Sometimes Spouse, we still did our full-time jobs, and we knew we could do it. I mean, we were young parents. Our kids were maybe 5, 6, 7, maybe 8, 9, and 10. I can't even remember how old they were, but they were little, and we turned our shoulds into a must. So we were like, we must do something, because we're barely getting by on a state paycheck. We were living paycheck to paycheck, and we wanted something different. So we actually started this little handyman and household business, and it gave us some extra money every single month. It was starting to pay our cell phone bills. It started to pay our car payments. And within about 6 to 9 months, my husband left his job. I left my full-time job to do this little business, but it was our attitude that made it work. I've seen people come and go in business over the last 6 years, and the thing that makes them stay is their attitude. You can tell the people that are gonna make it from day one of training or meeting them. It is their attitude that determines their altitude in life. If they have a positive, teachable spirit and they're there to learn, they will make it in business. But if your attitude is, I'm not enough, I can't figure out financials. I'm just not a people person. I really don't know what to do when that first roadblock comes. They're not going to make it. It happens. You have to have the right mindset and attitude to make it in the business world. Whether it's a handyman and household business, a hair salon, a mechanic, a realtor, no matter what your business is, you have to have the right mindset. You have to have the right attitude. You can change your life by changing your thoughts. Think if, going back to my social work days, if I would have listened to that supervisor that said, you can't make a difference. These people are going to do what these people are going to do. If I would have listened to her, I would have still been sitting in misery at that job that I used to do. Because I would have thought I couldn't have made a difference. I would have just been collecting a paycheck from the state. I believed I could make a difference, and I did change those people's lives. I changed those people's lives, some of them that were cut short from their illnesses. There was this one guy that was on my caseload that my family just fell in love with. We'll call him GC. And GC was amazing, but he was struck with pancreatitis one night. And he passed away shortly after. He was 52 years old. But I made a difference in his life. I helped him go on trips that he never thought possible. I helped him to retire a year or so before he passed away and spend the time with his loving girlfriend that he was just head over heels with. If he had somebody else that was in his life, he wouldn't have got to enjoy some of the things that he got to enjoy. He was an amazing man, and I was the last person that was able to speak with him. And to this day, I think of GC and I smile because he made a difference in my life. If I would have had the attitude that I'm just here to collect a check and I'm not going to make a difference in people's lives, it would have been much different. You can't put poison into your mind and your body over and over and over again and expect to get an amazing life. You have to fill yourself with positive, wonderful things. What do you hate? Is it your job? You can't put poison into your life and expect to get amazing results. Do you want something different? Do you know there's something different for you? What is it? You can't put poison into your body over and over again and expect to get amazing results. What do you have to change in your life? Is it your job? Is it that you need something new? Maybe you want to franchise your business. Franchising is growth on steroids. Ooh. You can't see my muscles because I got a kind of funny shirt. But you can't put poison into your life over and over again and expect amazing results. If your job is killing you, get a different job. Find something where you can take advantage, like Sometimes Spouse, of your entire life. You can have freedom, you can have flexibility, you can put your family first. It is a handyman and household service, but this is a vessel that we take to have an amazing life. You have to start where you are. I hire branch managers all over the United States every single day for Sometimes Spouse and some of my other businesses. You have to start where you are. At Sometimes Spouse, you have to start as a branch manager. You can't purchase a franchise anymore. We're looking for like-minded individuals with positive, teachable spirits that have character. They have chemistry. They have competency. And we will know when you start as a branch manager if you have those things. If not, you will be weeded out pretty quickly at Sometimes Spouse. But you have to start where you are. You have to start as a branch manager to work your way up. You can't just be handed a franchise anymore. You don't get that luxury because people have ruined it for you before. Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. We look for people who are the best of the best, and we have a process that we weed out the weeds now. We're looking for the beautiful flowers. The people that have that positive mental attitude. But you have to start where you are. You're not going to be just handed a franchise anymore. Because I'm in business with you for many years when you purchase a franchise from sometime spouse. And if I'm going to be married to you in business, you can make sure that we need to make sure that relationship is going to work before you purchase a sometime spouse. You can accomplish what you dream. You are enough. You are smart. You do deserve the life of your dreams. You are enough. I hear over and over and over again that people think they're not enough or they're not where they want to be in life. You have to work for it. You have to take action to get what you want out of life. It's not going to be handed to you. Do you think that Dak Prescott was just handed the quarterback position at Dallas Cowboys? No, he had to earn it. Everybody thought Romo was going to come back, right? Do you think that Donald Trump was handed the presidency? No. He had to work for it for years. And now he's having to work for his job the next time around, right? And all these people that we're voting for today, do you think they're just handed the position that they're wanting? No, they have to work for it. They have to go out there and work to get the people's votes. You have to work for your life and the life that you want to accomplish your dreams. There is greatness within you, but you have to take the action to get there. Don't let people talk you out of your dreams. I was talking to somebody the other day and they said, you know, I'm not where I want to be in life. 25 years old. I'm not where I want to be in life. And everybody says, you know what? I should just go get a job. What have those people accomplished? Well, they work. Is that what you want? No, I want to be there for my family. I want freedom and flexibility. I would not take advice from people who are not where you want to be. Financially, relationship-wise, I would not take advice from people that are miserable and sad and hide out in different parts of the world or at different jobs. Don't take advice from people that you don't want to trade places like. Yesterday, I was on a job interview with this guy, and his resume was amazing. And he started telling me how I should run one of my businesses. And I thought, this is really interesting because this guy is actually asking me for a job and he's telling me what I should do with my business. I found that very interesting. And plus, this guy had no spark. He had no passion. He had no chemistry. It was like talking to a dead fish. I'm not going to take advice from a guy like that. And of course, he's not going to get the job. I don't care how desperate I am. I'm not going to bring a virus like a bad attitude or a lazy attitude into any of my businesses. Don't let people talk you out of your dreams. If you want to own your own business, own your own business. If you want to franchise your business, franchise your business. Don't take advice from people that you don't want to trade places with. How bad do you want what you want in life? How bad do you want it? Can you taste that happiness? Can you taste that freedom? Can you taste that flexibility? Can you taste the salty air where you would like to spend your time on a vacation or a home in the islands? Can you taste it? Can you see it? Do you know in your heart it's for you? Then you need to go out and you need to get it. Because if you can see it, you can make it happen. If you can visualize it, that means it will happen. But you have to take the action and you have to work towards it and you have to have a positive attitude. And you have to start where you are. You build it one brick at a time. A good attitude will give you an amazing life. An above average life, an outstanding life. A bad attitude will give you a life below average. And believe me, I know enough of those people that have that below average life. I want people to have that above average life. What do you want? How is your attitude? Check it. How is it? I remember when I used to work at that MHMR years ago, I'd walk down the hallway and I'd probably look like this. It's not a good face for me. You're right. You're right. It's a terrible duck face, right? And people would say to me, smile. And I thought, who in the hell are these people to tell me to smile? Now I can't quit smiling, and it's all because of my attitude. I was talking to my team last week and I said, you know what? I've been living life at about 50%. And they're like, oh my God, what is Christy going to be like at 100%? In November, I decided I'm going to give my life 100%. Everything, friendships, family, my businesses. I'm going at 100%. And yes, even working out 100%. I'm going all out in November to see how it changes my life. I think about your life. How much of a percentage are you really putting in it? How much effort? Are you giving it a good solid 20%? I know some people that give it a negative 10% and then they tell me they're working really, really hard. Really? I can see your results. It tells me how hard you're working, how much you're really giving life. You have greatness within you, but you have to take the action to actually pull it off. You will be the one that makes it happen or doesn't make it happen. The choice is up to you. The best way to predict your future is to create it. You have to go out and create the future of your dreams. And it's all up to you. If you would like to franchise your business or get into Sometimes Spouse, just give me a call. I'm Christy Ogle. You can hit me up at Christy at Sometimes Spouse, mastermindsmba@gmail.com, or you can call me at 254-315-1922. I want to help you adjust your attitude and get this amazing life, because you are the one that creates your future. I can predict it by the way that your attitude is, and so can you. The best way to predict your future is to create it. Create an amazing life. You guys have an amazing day, and thank you for joining me today. Your attitude determines your altitude. Remember that. Check your